We are here today with Aleta St. James, who I am very grateful for as a human being. She's an energy worker and a healer. She actually helped us get pregnant, which was no small feat. And we're going to find out a little bit more about what she does and about how she balances a very busy career and practice as an energy worker with being the mother of 2 kids. So, hi, Aleta.
Hi, Harold. Twins. And I had them at 57, and they're now 6 years old. So I'm cranking at 63. And I loved helping you get pregnant. And Adam is just the most beautiful miracle baby in the world. So that's what makes me feel good about my work. Being a mom and trying to balance everything is not easy. I just had a very deep desire to have children. I always did. And everybody was saying to me, well, when are you going to get going? And, I was 48, 49. My grandmother had my mother at 54, so I thought, I've got years yet. So finally, I decided to get serious and had them. And it was a whole different generation now from when I was growing up.
Right.
Totally different. And so I've had to learn a whole different dynamic in terms of what's happening, with this generation and how to relate to them going to school, trying to get them into nursery school. They did a whole nursery university documentary that we're in about nursery school is like trying to get them into Harvard at this particular point. So, that's the whole new world, and the internet and the fact that they're on computers and the fact that they have play dates. We used to go out into the yard, the lots with our bicycles and be gone for the whole day. Now it's like you have to set up play. You have to have a social secretary now is what you have to do. So here I am doing my emotional healing work, trying to navigate the children and be able to spend some time with them, but I'm a single parent, so I also have to create a financial resource so that they can go to the best schools, they can take the gymnastics, they can do all the things that they want to do. So it gets challenging at times because there's times I really want to be with them, but I can't. And that there's times, and that's why the song is Mommy's Got to Jump Into the Shower is so fabulous because it's really true. You're torn because your children are asking you, Mommy, can you do this? Mommy, can you help me with this puzzle? Mommy, can you do that? And you know that you would really love to do that, but I always say, well, honey, that food that you have on the table, the gymnastics that you do. I say, that comes from money. And they'd say, well, Mommy, just go to the bank. You can stay here, just go to the bank. And then I have to explain, Mommy has to put money into the bank to allow it to come out, to give you these things. So, and also doing therapy with people, I know about abandonment issues. My mother was never there for me. My father worked all the time. So I'm trying not to create that scenario with my children growing up, but it's hard to balance. And so on the weekends, I think, let me spend as much possible time as I can with them and quality time. And that's why the song, I just relate to it so much because it's that place where you get torn. And also everything now in this society, children they're taking chess, they're learning Mandarin Chinese, they're doing triple flips at the gymnasium, they're doing ballet, they're doing everything that you can imagine. So you don't want your children to be behind. So it's kind of really difficult because you're kind of juggling between heart-centered, loving time that you want to spend with them, getting the resources so that you have the opportunities to be able to compete in the world or at least be able to do what they want to do. And then, the finances that it just challenges you to create. So it's kind of an interesting thing when you're a single parent. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've done everything. I've acted, I've directed, I've sang, I've healed, I've taken spiritual adventures to India and Peru, loads of people. Children for me was something that I always deeply wanted for myself because I got to a point where I knew I could give back to them. I had done everything that I wanted to do, and I just felt like, okay, I can really make a difference in these children's lives. And what they challenged me to do is get wind up, not down. I can't get tired. I have to have a lot of energy. I have to be on it. And so I feel like going into my 60s, now I'm 63, I have more energy now than I've had before. And things are changing, and I can't get stuck in old ways of thinking because they're always challenging me to go beyond that. And so it's a wonderful thing as well as a very challenging thing, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I'd say it's certainly an opportunity for growth, for personal growth. And I think that if a parent doesn't use parenting as an opportunity for personal growth, you're kind of missing out, because there's lots of opportunities to step up to the plate and learn more about yourself and learn more, perhaps going through your own childhood in your thoughts and saying, well, oh yeah, that's where I learned that behavior that I'm not so crazy about. Mm-hmm. And because you're watching it in your kids, and it creates like a hologram that goes back in time to when you were a kid too. It brings up, I find as a dad, I have a lot of memories now of things that I had forgotten about until now, because they've been rehashed in a similar way that in current situations with my son, that I remember things that I didn't remember. So I think what you're talking about is really true. And I think, you're certainly inspiring in the sense that you've stepped up to the plate. Tell us a little bit more about your energy work, and I know that you help people with low self-esteem, depression. You help artists. You help leaders in the community. I know that you help a lot of women with fertility, that sort of thing. So how do you accomplish these goals?
Well, my whole idea is to help people live their dreams, reach their maximum potential, whatever it is. And I'm able to see where the blocks are energetically in the subconscious, because I'm intuitive and I was just given the gift. I've worked to develop it, going all over the world to study with masters. But basically, I can really pinpoint what the problem is in the subconscious, the deep belief system that you might be thinking that you really want to be successful, or you want a great relationship, or you want a child, but in the subconscious, there's a block, there's a fear about that. So I'm able to see it, we talk about it, and then I can do an actual energy shift with it so that we can get into that belief system, breathe, find it where it's placed in the body, because the body has cellular memory and things are locked in there, and then absolutely release it and then bring in the positive energy, which then creates a total transformation on a cellular level. So my people that I work with, and they're celebrities, they're high-powered people, they're women that want to get pregnant that haven't been able to, people that want to create their finances, get a divorce, find somebody new in their life to empower them, all those kinds of things that we as human beings have a deep desire for. I help them manifest that, and that's a great, wonderful thing for me to be able to do. And I see lasting change with people and actual results in terms of, it's not just dialogue about changing things, it's you really get in there on a core level and you see things manifest, and that's wonderful for me, and that gives me the spark and fire to keep going on and be able to do my thing as well as, help heal people and then bring up my children.
That's amazing. Tell us a little bit more about how people can find out about your work.
I am on the website.
So is that AletaStJames.com?
That's what it is, right, and I've actually remembered it.
And you run some, I know that I've noticed that you have these mini camps that you...
Yes, I do private sessions, I do reboot camps and mini camps.
What is a reboot camp?
What it is I have the ability to do seminars on the website and actually channel the healing energy through my voice into meditations that you can download. And so I'll do a series of, we just did Defy Limitation. Before then, we did Divine Feminine, which is about attracting energy into your life. We did Lionsgate before that, which has to do with really manifesting your ability to visualize what you want faster and faster and faster in terms of the result. And so it's a series of 3 meditations that you listen to, and in a series of time, and there's a whole meditation, a silent meditation at 10 o'clock where I hold the energy, and amazing things start to happen in terms of people realizing their blocks, getting past it, and realizing their dreams. So between the private sessions, what I can do on the internet, phone sessions, and spiritual journeys, I'm going to probably go back to India and Peru and maybe, Tibet at some point. But right now I'm kind of hunkered in because of the kids.
Right.
But I really, I miss the travel. Swimming with the dolphins. I took the kids to swim with the dolphins in Bimini about 2 years ago. It was an amazing experience, where you can go out in the wild, be on a catamaran, find them, jump into the water. They love the children. The children were having such a good time with them, and they can get the energy vibration from that. And so things like that, and involve my children in that as well. So,
well, it makes sense to me that you can do all the technologies that you're talking about via the internet or via phone or in person, because energy is energy and it travels instantaneously.
And one day we are actually going to have our healing album.
That's right. You've been working on a healing album yourself.
In fact, we worked together on that, Harold and I.
Right.
It's still in the works.
Yeah.
It's called Never Die, Delayed, Not Denied.
That's right.
It will be the phoenix rising from the ashes, and then we'll let everybody, if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll find out about all these different things that are happening.
Yeah, and we'll place all those links on the site and in the video. Aleta, thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate you coming out for this interview, and I know that what you have to say is going to be helpful for parents out there.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and it's always a pleasure. Amelia and Harold, God bless you.
Thank you.